We're gonna find out.
So Coop's putting the valve cover on for the final valve cover time. And Camden's helping. Brandon's getting torque specs for the turbo oil feed. We have a lot going on. Alex is working on the power steering pump. Hey, come out.
No!
Come out.
No!
Wow. 4 guys in one truck. 5 guys.
Ooh. Oh, 5 guys. 5 guys. Lita. Ooh! You're not running iridium.
One nut at a time.
Is that what it is?
BPR 6EIX.
Oh, no.
Get him out of here.
No.
He said
Yuck.
plutonium. He did.
At $3 spark plugs.
They're actually on sale on Amazon right now for something for a 4-pack. Prime.
$1.94.
Yeah. No, cheaper than that.
$1.
It's under $5 for a 4-pack.
$1.04.
Ah! I will turn this car around!
It'll be backwards on the lift. As you can see, the valve cover's installed. And now Alex is hooking back up the AN hoses.
Maybe.
He's having a problem with his prescription. You going righty-tighty?
I was going backwards because I was starting to thread it. Okay, am I dumb?
Nate, so those posts...
Yeah. All I gotta do is talk on myself.
What?
Every time.
What, Brandon?
Yeah, bang that.
Did you be sick of me?
Brandon, get down from there!
Okay, I was never up there.
Okay.
I picked the right
Your mom
strap.
said not to do that. Oh, it was in your pocket. Does that one fit a lot better?
Yeah, look at that. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Done do
nice.
that. Now I just gotta go get the other Allen.
Yeah, okay, that other one's for 8 a.m.
I
for
gotta
sure.
get that other Allen keys wrench.
Are they different
Tiny Allen
sizes?
keys. Yeah.
Barry Allen.
They got different
Oh.
Allen-sized bolts in them. Allen keys. Allen keys, if you're watching this, sell your girlfriend's toolbox already.
This is riveting.
That was my line.
What are you throwing?
A fit. A literal Honda fit.
There it is. VIN plate's back on.
We're legal now.
G54B. It's not what's in here anymore.
Now
It's
got a,
smaller.
It's got a 4B11.
It's smaller.
Yeah, it is.
What's that?
This is out of Evo.
You can't say the right thing.
I mean, Evo Max.
This is from a Ford C-Max. Come on.
This isn't even working.
So right now we're trying to make a pass-through underneath this thing for our cables to just kind of disappear for this, and then we'll connect it down in here, and it's being difficult. Brandon, stop. Stop. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, we've got this, we're calling it the upper intercooler pipe. We need to get a clamp for this still. The blow-off valve is on. That's a real Greddy with an eBay special red spout on it. But it is a real Greddy. We gotta put our IAT in back here. Still can't see it. Yeah, it's back in there. Oh! I dropped you. It's okay. We're okay. We're okay. So here we have the truck's ECU. And this is our 1G ECU with ECM link installed, and it was recapped 6 years ago. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put this board in this bottom. Oh, look at that. Look at the complex. This will tell you the time, and it'll smoke your turkey. We're gonna put the guts of this in this case with this lid because connector hole. That way we'll be able to mount the 1G ECU right inside the truck.
Wow, not outside the truck.
I don't like it.
We're gonna mount it in the bed.
Yeah, I got it. All right, I got the ECU done. There it is, the back plate from the truck and the ECU and the top plate from the 1G. So this will bolt in the truck now. Isn't that nice, guys? What are you doing up there again? Get off the truck. You just ducked. You're still there. I know you're still there. I see your back. I can see you. I can still see you. Okay, so a lot happened last night. We were all hands on deck. Everybody was here. And we did a lot. So here's kind of an overview of everything. We've got our upper intercooler pipe installed, minus a clamp. Our throttle stops put in. This is just a hollowed out 1G stop that's normally got the switch in it. We hollowed it out because it looks better, but we're actually going to get one from John at Performance Part Out, the fancier ones. They'll look a lot better. We got the clear upper cover trimmed and put on. This is one of the eBay specials. That they brown, but they're so cheap, you just get another one. And it stays swapped out with a clear one every time. The valve cover is fully installed, new gaskets and seals. We've got our catch can plumbing to the catch can finished from the valve cover. So that's nice. And then we got a little organizer. We got the wire harness strapped up. We've got the first start to our exhaust. That is the old downpipe off of Snoopy from Snoopy 2.0. So that was kind of nice to be able to reuse that. That's our start. The turbo hot side came with the right flange for that. So that was nice that we could have the right exact V-band clamp for it. There. We got the wire run through a grommet for the boost controller, and that comes out here, so it goes through the wheel well, and it's strapped up like that for now at least. Might put some split loom on that just to protect it in the wheel well. Turbo blanket's on for real. The oil feed is on for real with crush washers. We've got the fan relay mounted down there. We've got to wire it still, but that's the fan relay because this truck originally had a mechanical fan, so it didn't, with just a thermal switch to kick it on in the radiator. But we don't have any of that, and we have an ECU that we can control. So we are going to control the trigger for the fan relay from the ECU. We'll ground the coil that'll energize the battery fused battery feed to the fan connector here. So we'll make a little connector there, get that all sorted out. Here's our lower intercooler pipe. We went with 2-inch because the outlet of the turbo's 2-inch, and it let us get through the front radiator support hole a lot easier without trimming stuff up. It's not really going to make that big of a difference. It's a TDO 520G, and we're on pump gas, so we can't even push it that far. So I think it'll be just fine. And that's clamped on there. I know this is kind of ovaled right here. We can trim this back to get this angle better, to get that to fit, because this does fit perfectly in this. This hole's like 2 1/4 wide, so our 2-inch coupler right here on this leg fits perfectly. This is 2-inch to 2 1/2. We've got the harness strapped up here. Need to trim these little guys here. And then we did some, oh yeah, got the wiper motor reinstalled, which is good. And then in back, Alex finished making up this Big Al. This is our last leg of support for this whole bracket. so it doesn't flex anymore. We got a battery picked out. We ended up going with the AGM H5 from Walmart. These EverStart AGMs have a 4-year warranty, and honestly, that's easier to deal with than Optima. Like, yeah, Optimas are great and everything. It's got 680 cold cranking amps, and within those 4 years, if you have a problem, you take it to Walmart, they test it. If it's bad, you leave with a new one. And to get one swapped out with Optima, you know, if you got it online, is a bigger ordeal. But if you got one at the auto parts store, maybe not so much, but they're a lot more expensive at the auto parts store. These are $179, which is super cheap compared to an Optima. Super cheap. It's cheaper. So yeah, we gotta work on this now back here. Our power distribution from the battery and our plumbing from the power steering. We kind of already started mocking up the pressure line there with some PTFE hose, but we've got wiring to do. This will go to the battery and chassis, and then this is our trigger, key on trigger. He's just gonna have power steering running when the key's on. No switch to turn it off at this time. He's not racing this for real. Like, maybe he'll race it for fun, and he won't need to turn off the power steering. I think he was gonna do dirt drags anyway, so we'll leave the power steering on for that. And that is the latest. What's that in your hand?
Like a red wire.
This is a negative to positive bridge wire. No, this is our last positive wire run.
It's a battery.
Yeah. So, so this is the wire that goes from the alternator to our inline fuse block to the starter lug, which we're using as our positive junction from the battery and everything. So as you can't see in there, we've got a little fuse block down there. That wire goes to the alternator, and the other one goes up to the starter, which I thought we were gonna put the red one on the starter, or on the starter.
I'm gonna put power right here.
You're gonna put power right there?
Put power right here.
Okay.
Red is where the power is.
Red's where the power is. You can see the starters up there, and that's where it goes. So our distribution comes back from the battery, hits the starter lug, and then goes everywhere from there. We hit the MPI circuit, and everything feeds off there. So we're doing a full new electrical system. What you got there?
Spark plugs.
What are they?
The best two.
What model?
NGK.
What model?
NKG.
What does it say on the box?
NGK.
No, the model.
V-Power.
Nope.
R.
Nope.
Oh, BPR7ES. Oh, 5534.
Yeah. That's what we're running. We're running 7s.
Not iridium.
With the protruding tip. Just regular old NGKs. They work. They're going in the truck. All right, go ahead. Well, that was so fast. I couldn't even catch you.
Did you put any in?
What? You have all of them.
Oh.
Did you just drop that?
Yeah.
All right, we're getting the coil on plate plug. Plate. We're getting the coil on plug. Coil on plug plate bolted in. We got these nice dress up washers that came off Raven. If you haven't seen Raven,
Check
up here, right above Brandon's head.
It's right up here.
Yeah. So we've made this harness ourselves. This is the anti-lag racing plate. And yeah. Oh, a wild Jeremy. Whoa, you did. That looks like spider glass.
Not spider web though.
No, it's not. It's temperamental. You getting all of those in?
Last one.
All right. So after we do that, we'll put the coils in. We did put the plugs in first.
We did, I think.
Yeah, we did. And you torqued them, remember?
Torque to spec.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get those plugs in there. The coils, plugs on coils.
Plugs on coils on plugs.
The not so glamorous side of it's just wires. It's just a lot of wires.
We got one wire left. Let's ground it.
It's ground.
It's ground time.
It's ground for the OBD port, so that we can connect to the ECU with our ECM link cable. There's our ECU ends. we've got those wires going to the left. Those connect to our body harness that we pulled back over here on this side. We got an inline fuse. This is a 10 amp fuse to feed from the battery to the constant 12 volts on the ECU. You got to have that or the ECUs aren't happy. Yeah, this is the last wire for the harness. Then we've got some more wires to hook up for the gauges, but that doesn't count. The power steering's wired. Everything under the hood is wired. Everything inside, minus the gauges, will be wired. We've got the tack cluster in, and it works. A couple things you have to do to get speed out of here to the ECU. In this car, it goes out of the tack cluster, just like a 1G. It goes into this little box, which is it just generates and reads this generates and that reads the speed signal from the speedometer, so it knows when you're rolling backwards 6 miles an hour to turn the light on that you engage the auto locking hubs. Otherwise, there would not be a speedo signal output. So we jumped on that wire, sent it over to the ECU. So our ECU will have speed. The tack, we got that all hooked up with the coil on plug. We think it's gonna work. We're generating the tack signal for the ECU off of coils 1 and 2, the tack output from coils 1 and 2. So 3 and 4 were open. So we joined those two together to come here because it needs 4 pulses to get the tack signal. If it doesn't work, we'll just open it up in there and add the little tack filter generator thing from a 90 DSM under the coil on plug plate and send it out the same wire. But that's we'll have to figure it out if that's the case. But that's how you get this cluster working in a car that was auto originally, but it's 4x4. And then with a 1G ECU. You got it right there, don't you? That's our ground.
Crimped and soldered.
Crimped and soldered. Yeah. We don't just crimp and we don't just solder. We crimp and solder. So we're either double wrong, but we're always right.
Don't forget your heat shrink.
That's important too.
Put it on first.
Yep. Or you'll be sorry. Why do you have 2 on that one?
I got 2 connections coming in town.
Okay, cool. Keep up the good work, Brandon. His soldering skills are just through the roof after this project. I mean, I don't want to show you the roof because there's a hole in it now. No, I can't show him. But it's because of his soldering skills. And this soldering iron that's falling all over the place. That's all right. This is his favorite temperature to solder at.
Hot.
Believe it or not. Now I'm on this side, and he's wiring up the gauges. We don't have the plastic piece that goes in here. So for now, we've got this double gauge ring mounted up real good. And the gauges are going to go right there till the day, if and when he wants to find that piece and mount them in there or something. Who knows? But this will definitely work for now. And it won't look bad.
It'll look good.
It'll look good.
It'll be electrically sound.
Sweet.
Something smoking.
It's me. Good thing you fixed the hole in the roof.
Smoking.
What we got here? Some new tread.
New treads.
So this is what we're dealing with. I don't think you can get these anymore.
Not the Generals.
Maybe.
Probably.
They're not good. What are we rocking now?
Hankook.
Some Hankook DynaPro AT2 Extreme. Ow! They're triple peak rated. Means you can go
All
over
the peaks.
snow mountains.
All 3 of them.
Yeah, these you can go in the winter with these. These aren't for racing on asphalt, right?
Right. These are for the cornfields of Indiana.
Yeah, which we'll visit someday.
After Mexico.
Yeah. But that's what we're gonna put on. Gonna run those. We're going up. These are what, 30 and a halves?
30 and a half.
30 and a half, or maybe they're 31s. I don't know anything about trucks.
31.
That's why we're building this truck like a car. Except for the wheels and tires.
This set.
Yeah. If you're curious, these wheels are off of a Montero. That's what came on the truck. They look like that. They're pretty cool. If Brandon ever does some drag racing on road, not dirt,
Have some different wheels for that.
yeah, we'll get different wheels for that. Some end keys or something. I don't know. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, it's come time in the build where we put the bumper back on. We've got all the intercooler piping tightened up, clamped up. We haven't boost leak tested yet, but we might get to that. Oh, we've got all the radiator hoses. That's all sealed up. We're in the process of pressure testing the coolant system, but we're getting the last few bumper bolts in here, and then we'll put the this trim piece on. We'll probably finish the hood latch before we put the grill on, but yeah, we found out that our turn signal housings were busted, rusted, and just no good. So all burnt out. Yeah. So we're gonna get another set of these turn signal housings. The lenses look good, but we can find them on eBay. They're not hard to find. I made a couple of these trucks. Not like this one though. Not with the Jeep headlights. You got these headlights so you would get ducks, didn't you?
I just want a duck. Chloe, these ducks are for you.
There we go. We got our trim piece. It's starting to look like a truck again. All right.
All right.
All right.
Exhaust.
All right. What are we doing, Brandon?
Got power on.
We're priming the fuel system and testing for leaks.
All right, here comes the fuel pump. All right. Nope, 22 psi.
22?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Want to get at or just below 45?
$45.
All right. Holding steady.
Holding steady.
No leaks.
No gleeks.
It works. Our fuel pump works. That tank never had a fuel pump because, well, an electric fuel pump. But it works.
What?
What just happened?
Brakes?
The brakes?
Made them bleed and then stop their bleeding?
Yeah, we did.
Tourniquet?
So we did. The brakes are bled up.
It's all bled and done and bled, right?
And Camden ran his foot instead of his mouth, right? Good. What are we doing? What did we find?
I was told wiring's done.
Yeah, why are you doing another wire? What happened?
It turns out you have to have a really nice dedicated ground for wideband.
Yeah, we've got an old Innovate MTXL, and it wants triple zeros on resistance for ground to the battery. So we're adding a dedicated ground from the gauge right to the battery because it's a picky one. And then we're gonna put this leftover Raven Fram juice. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch this video up here.
It's the only Fram product going in here.
That's it, the only one. This is going for a power steering. Our little Volvo pump likes the Fram juice. It's just regular old ATF, it'll be fine. Yep.
Anaconda squeeze.
We crimp, we don't solder, right?
Oh, we solder too.
Oh wait, we do? We crimp and solder?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How long you thought this was?
Don't tell anyone. Whoa, we got transformers going on in here. No leaks back here.
Well, if it's loading it that hard.
How's it feel?
Okay. I don't know what it's supposed to feel like with that pump and what the power gearbox in this thing. But I mean, it's not like hard. I'm also standing outside of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. But there's no like dead spots.
It had like you can hear when the pump kicks in, but I bet it also still needs, you know, just some like light bleeding of driving it.
Sure.
That's why I'm cranking it.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely kicks back.
Yeah. It's turning the wheels.
Yeah.
There's no wheels.
Turning the hubs. Oh, Brandon's here. What is that?
I'm making a cell phone mount.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
a
That's gonna be
selfie-
sweet.
It's gonna be like a new selfie stick.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Thanks for watching. In the next truck episode, we get this thing running, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.